Welcome to Friday's Market wrap-up here at Top Gun Options. Matthew Buckley, call sign Wiz. And before we get airborne, folks, I was going to save this maybe for the middle or towards the end, but let's kick off our Friday wrap-up with a rant here. Jamie Dimon, his conference call. It's embarrassing as an American listening to the stupid shit we have to deal with. He said he was like embarrassed to be an American. Jamie, shut your suck, dude. Are you kidding me? You were Donald Trump's, after he was elected, first phone call. He asked you to serve either as Treasury Secretary or Commerce Secretary. You said no. You don't have a right to bitch about what's going on in D.C. if you were asked to serve and you said no. You're the world's biggest hypocrite today. You get my Jackass of the Day award. I can't stand people like you. I love people who bitch about what's going on in this country. Did you vote? No. Then shut your suck. So Jamie Dimon, you're an ass, okay? I think you said, well, it would be a pay cut to me and stuff like that. I'm furious at Jamie Dimon. I almost want to bail out of the stock. If that's the attitude as CEO, that you're going to get on a conference call and badmouth America, say you're embarrassed to be an American, then leave, dude. Don't let the door hit you in the ass. Best country in the world. Stop talking down about it. Either grab a rifle and stand a post or shut your suck. Furious at Jamie Dimon, guys. All right, folks. We only have about 9 slots left in Options Weapons School. You need to head to, I'm going to make a special announcement at 1 o'clock today. Head to go.topgunoptions.com/getows. But we are going to have a weekly options live trade brief at 1 o'clock. If this is the first you're hearing about Options Weapons School, you can still get time. You still have time to register for the 1 o'clock webinar. You can head to go.topgunoptions.com/OWS, and you can join us for the 1 o'clock weekly options brief. I'm going to be talking about the Apple bear call spread. Apple tends to sell off into the close, guys. This is definitely a lucky strike moment. That ain't a good-looking chart of Apple as we kind of hover throughout the day. I think my break-even is around 147.42, so I need Apple to do what it tends to do on a Friday and start selling off into the close. The S&P 500 being up today, guys, here's what I have to say. The market can remain irrational longer than you can stay solvent. Here's what I mean by this. We had extremely weak inflation, core retail sales, and whenever you see the word core, it means X something. In this case, it's X autos, and retail sales sucked. The cap rate was a miss. Industrial production, a little bit of a beat. University of Michigan consumer sentiment was a huge miss. So we had awful macroeconomic data this morning, and what happens? We go up. Now let's get into bank earnings here, guys. A little bit of a pause. Jamie beats Citi, a couple other folks reported beats on top and bottom line, but guess what? They're all down right now. You know why? Their guidance. One of the reasons that Jamie beat was because of rising interest rates. Yeah, loan volume picked up, and there's some other potential goods. And the J.P. Morgan earnings. We'll talk about this at 1 o'clock. I'm not going to. Wells Fargo was the other one. Not going to go into it too much on the Friday market wrap-up here. Join me at 1 o'clock. But I will dig into why the financials sold off a little bit and why they give kind of a glimpse, a dim view of looking forward. We were looking for a good pickup in the trading, right? The FIC, it's called, fixed income, currency, and commodity. I'm going to debrief this all at 1 o'clock. But this is... Again, my blood's kind of, it's boiling with Jamie Dimon. You're embarrassed to be an American like Michelle Obama? Then get the F out of our country if you're embarrassed. Or fix it. You were asked to try and fix it, and you said no because it would be a pay cut or something like that. Can't stand blue blood hypocrite liberals like you, man. Furious. So Wells Fargo, hey, higher interest rates. I told you guys, when interest rates are high, stocks will die. When interest rates are low, stocks will grow. The only exception to that little wizism is what? Financials. Financials love higher interest rates. Why? They pass it on to you. I'm getting ready to buy a new place down here in Fort Lauderdale. Want to lock in right now because if the Fed keeps ratcheting up interest rates, it's going to suck for me. Now, again, folks, I'm not going to date myself. I remember my parents talking, Jimmy Carter, Gerald Ford era of double-digit, 16, 17, 18% interest rates. So trust me, when we're down here in the 3s and 4s, it's a joke. But still, Wells Fargo, buoyed by higher rates. Citi got hit by some trading slowdown. JP Morgan also got a boost from lending. But this, Jamie Dimon, the past 8 years of gridlock, the economy would be going so much better if we didn't have gridlock in D.C. Hey, Jamie, another news flash. One of the reasons that the economy sucks right now is 3 words: Obamacare. Okay? That shit sandwich is slowing and impacting small businesses, okay? The whole, sorry, Mrs. Smith, you've been a great employee here, but now we're putting you under 30 hours. You're going to work 29 hours here, and good luck going to get a job as a barrister over at Starbucks to make up for the lost income. So you pull out your flamethrower and direct it where it's supposed to be. This current president, who you said no to, wants to cut taxes. Phenomenal for the economy. Wants to spend on infrastructure so bridges stop collapsing in Minnesota or wherever the hell that was a couple years ago. He wants to gut Frankendodd to help blue bloods like you get richer and buy another house in the Hamptons. So point your flamethrower where it's deserved at the previous administration. I get it. Trump is the current commanding officer, and he owns this shit sandwich. But the Democrats ain't helping. We can't even get Obamacare repealed. And again, I am not a dyed-in-the-wool Republican. I burnt that card years ago because they are a clown car as well. But turn your fire somewhere else, dude. It's embarrassing. That was an embarrassing earnings call for a CEO of a company here. So, but guys, hey, again, the market can remain irrational longer than we can stay solvent. I stayed in my Apple Bear call spread in my Iron Condor and my SPX Bear call spread. I even threw on a repair one, right? I threw this one on as Janet spoke. The 2455, 2460, because Janet was extremely dovish Wednesday. I thought she tried to fix it on Thursday, but nobody covered it live. So unless you were in the room, the market didn't care, right? On Wednesday, CNBC, Fox Business, Bloomberg, they all covered it live. She sounded like a dove. And one of the Fed lieutenants came out yesterday. What was her name? What's her name? She came out and actually tried to say, well, what the skipper meant to say was this, and the markets didn't listen. So, it doesn't. Well, here it is. Stock slip as Fed's Brainerd warns asset valuations do look a little bit stretched. She came out yesterday and said, well, the skipper and I believe that equities are a little over their ski tips and vol is at record lows. The market should have kind of gone down on that a little bit. So here's what kind of sucks with some of these trades. I run out of time. I think we should sell off into the close. I think Apple will be okay. My Iron Condor. I don't think the top of my Iron Condor, the 2445, 2450, I don't think we're going to give back 8 points into the close here unless something happens in the afternoon. Unless we get that 2 or 3 o'clock sell-off. I'm going to hold this. I'm going to trade this. Remember, folks, one of the reasons I trade SPX is it settles in cash, so there's no risk of assignment there, okay? Apple, there obviously is, but like I said, my break-even is down here at 147.42 to this right upright. So I'm about 25 cents away from that, and I'm going to hang. So I'm hanging in this trade. Again, I'm going to cover all this stuff at 1 o'clock. If you want to join me, you can head to go.topgunoptions.com/OWS. I'll give you a free copy of our OPCL, the Options Pocket Checklist, along with our trade plan. That's about $90-ish or whatever in value just for registering. And obviously, you can watch the replays if you didn't make it to any of our sessions. It's OWS-replay or something like that, right? Yeah. You can head to go.topgunoptions.com/replay, and you can watch all the stuff that we did this week. The Apple Iron Condor, the VXX Bullish Double Vertical, the Apple SPX weekly trades, and also the Goldman Sachs Jan 19 long call diagonal, okay? Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and I'll see many of you in about an hour in our final Options Weapon School. And like I said, we only have 9 of these slots left, and I guarantee you after my special announcement at 1 o'clock, we're going to be full. So I'll see you guys at 1.